I hate when it doesn't connect right away. Birds of a feather flock together. Relationship soap. What relationship are we going to soap up over this whole week? We'll work on the relationship and adding the soap framework so that we can guarantee that we'll always be improving a particular relationship. We're going to pick one relationship for the annual challenge and just soap that up. So our assignment today, I made it short because yesterday was so long, is to pick what relationship you're going to apply the soap framework to. What relationship do you want to improve right now? And I'm either going to do my kids or my mom, but I think I did my mom last year or the year before. So if I haven't done my kids, I'll do them. Or if I have, I'll pick something or someone else, because I always want to be going through a demonstration of the soap framework with something different every time. And I haven't done it different every time for some of the areas and aspect of our life, but every time I've done the challenge, which is 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, this will be the 16th time, specifically since the COVID pandemic, with respect to our relationships, I want to cover something different. So that's a lot of different relationships I've had the opportunity to work on, cover, and improve. And there's some relationships I don't want to improve, right? They are what they are, and I don't want to improve my relationship with some people that I've interacted with in my life, some people that are relatives, right? That we don't get to pick our relatives, but we're still going to interact with them. But I'm not going to go out of my way to work to improve a relationship that would negative impact me, or that I don't want to be a part of anymore, right? Or that I just need to be, on certain instances or certain occasions, and I love this person because they're my relative, but it doesn't mean I want a better relationship with that person, because it's not good for me. And I know that, and I've identified that. So I want to pick a relationship that I do want to improve and that I do want to continually improve and get better at. And so that's what I'll do. I haven't picked mine exactly yet, but I'll do it by tomorrow, because that's my assignment for today in the annual challenge. Just like everyone else in the annual challenge, I do my challenges right along with the participants. Why? Because it helps me to become a better challenge leader, because I know the pitfalls and the problems and the things that will come up, because I'm going through it too. Common experiences and shared experiences are really powerful for helping us learn and grow, as well as helping the other people that are participating in something to learn and grow. So today, our idiom for Supersize Your Business, I'm doing relationship related idioms, was birds of a feather flock together. And I didn't look, but I think I've done this one in the not too distant past. I think I've definitely done this before as part of Supersize Your Business. I'm sure as a business idiom, because it's so applicable to our businesses, even though we might not think about it. Like attracts like. People are social beings. We want to come together. We want to identify with the things and the products and services and people and organizations that we agree with, that we feel a kindred spirit to, right? So based on interest, personality, character, distinctive attributes, beliefs, I would think fall into that category as well. Think of religious beliefs. We can congregate together with people that have similar religious beliefs as we do. We congregate with people and we like people automatically that have similar political beliefs to us, right? Even though there's a huge spectrum of politics on any either you're Democrat in the United States, Democrat, Republican, and all kinds of other parties, as well as non-affiliated. I'm definitely non-affiliated. I have beliefs that people would consider Democratic. I have beliefs that people would consider Republican. I find it really hard to believe personally that any business owner, anyone that builds businesses and supersizes businesses, is for the entire Democratic agenda. But that's just me. There are lots of huge business builders that are Democratic. Think of Elon Musk. Elon Musk just said, hey, I'm no longer going to be a Democrat because of what they're doing. I'm going to be a Republican, which, why does he say that? To create polarity and to create people amongst his followers that either like him more or like him less, because he understands that being himself is the number one thing each and every person on the planet wants to be. We forget sometimes that all of us human beings, although we want to identify and socially interact with other people, at the soul level, we just want to be loved, accepted, and appreciated for who we are, who we really are, not who we put on the masks and the veils that we wear throughout our life and in different situations in our life. We just want to be ourselves. And so I give you permission to be yourself. As long as you're not harming other people, 100% go out and be yourself. I will never say that it's okay to harm other people or other beings or other living creatures. It's not okay. But if you believe it's okay, I guess you do you and I'll do me. So birds of a feather flock together. We talked about the importance of creating a culture and an environment and actually creating that polarity like Elon Musk does by letting people know what you do and do not stand for, letting people know what you do and do not believe in, gathering your people together, giving them a place to come together, whether it's on your website, in a social media platform or group, through email or other forms of communication. Maybe you have a newsletter, maybe you do a podcast, maybe you do events and you bring people together for your events. Whatever works and feels right and best and aligns with who you are. So birds of a feather flock together. And then the SOAP framework. SOAP framework, the more I have used the SOAP framework, the more I share and teach it, the more I love it. I love simple frameworks that help us to automatically get us results in our life. And the SOAP framework, like many other frameworks, does that. I think back to the simple frameworks and processes that I've used and tools that I learned and I've used for like decades throughout my whole life. The life framework, I've used that since I was in my early, probably 20, I was 21 in the hospital in Omaha, Nebraska, all by myself because my sister was working in Valley, Nebraska. My sister and I were working in Valley, Nebraska one summer. And that was the first time I really got sick and had major health challenges. And I ended up in the hospital in Omaha, Nebraska, because that was the closest hospital. And all the people that I knew out there and had met out there were working. And so I'd see them sometimes, but mostly I was there by myself. And that's when I started following Tony Robbins, because he was on the late night infomercials, and I started following Tony Robbins. So that was, that was a lot of years ago, like 41 years ago. Oh my God, can that really be 40, 56? Yep, 41 years ago. Wow. So I've been a Tony Robbins follower and fan in personal development, personal growth, NLP, lifelong learner for a long, long time. But that life framework, so I've used the life framework for 4 decades. Now, I use just the 7-part life framework, but I added 2 in the last couple of years because we take things that we learn and we make them our own. We tweak them and we test them and we try them out and we work on them. It's like affirmations. Over the years, I love affirmations. I love Louise Hay. Louise Hay, I would say, is the first person that really got me understanding the power of affirmations. Had I heard of affirmations for years and years before I found Louise Hay? Absolutely. But she was the one that really brought home affirmations for me. And over time, I've taken affirmations, put them on steroids by learning things from other people. And I call them affirmations now because there's something I want to form in my life. And I'm affirming things, but I'm also adding different steps of how I say those to myself and how I teach other people to say them because they're so much more powerful. Just like the process we shared yesterday about how do we change a belief that we have that we know isn't serving us 100%. How do we make that better? We did it with respect to a relationship belief yesterday. Well, that's 7-step process. This is a 7-step process. I've learned versions of that over and over and over again for, probably 4 decades plus. And I've tweaked and changed and tested what works best for me. And that's the process that currently works best for me. So we always are looking for what works best for us. So I got so much going on this week, and the family is camping, so it's very quiet. No dogs, no babies, no other people in the background talking and participating. I've missed them. It's really, really quiet, but I'm excited because there's a lot of things I can get done in this time on my own that I normally am dividing up and finding little bits of time to do personal projects that are important to me. So if I can help you in any way, hit me up and ask. Otherwise, I'll be with you tomorrow. Have an absolutely amazing day.